Hello, and thank you for joining Paper Crafting with Tracy. Today I'm going to show you how to make this layering leaves card. So what we're going to start off with, okay, is some white cardstock, and the stamp set that I'm using is the layering leaves card, or stamp set, and it has the punch that goes with it, bow punch. So what I'm going to start with, as I said, is the white, and I'm also going to have a piece of scrap here that we're going to use. Now when you're putting this through, I always look, okay, which way is it going? Just so when I'm stamping it. So I'm going to use some garden green. And stick those on. And I'll just do a couple of them here. Okay, and I'm just going to put the garden green aside because I'm going to need that again in a moment. But I'll finish with these ones here. Then there's a filler die, or stamp, as you can see. And that's for the inside. But what I'm going to do, let's just put the punch aside, is I'm still going to use the garden green. But I don't want it that dark, so I'm going to off stamp it first to lighten it up. And then I'm just going to kind of line it up and stick it on. And there it fills it in. So I will do that again. So that's how you can use, if you don't have that much inks, to get lighter textures. Because again, as you can see on my scrap here, if I stamped it yet again, I get even a lighter version. So I'll punch that out in a moment, but what I'm going to do is finish this one here. So I know my sentiment is going to be right here, so I'm not going to need this filler piece anymore. I'm going to get back that other one that I had. And all I'm going to do, make sure that was on, is I'm just going to do a few of these around. But again, I'm not going to, I want some of them off stamped. Just again for different layering techniques. And then there's another one, very similar, just different design. And actually, I'm going to get some Mossy Meadow and do the same thing, just again for variation of greens in my thing here, on my card. So we'll apply one in here, and again, I will just off stamp over there, just like so. And then before I finish with my ink, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. So all I did was I used these Stylish Shape dies, and I just cut out a circle right here. So I'll get my sentiment here, and I'm going to use Thinking of You. Should fit in there. We'll see here in just a moment. Yeah, I'll just make sure that's inked up properly. There we go. There, perfect. And now my inking is done. So I always like to get that put away so I don't accidentally get ink on things. And now it's just going to be assembly. So I will attach this to my card base. This was another card that we did on the cruise that we just did to Alaska. It was a fabulous cruise. And this was one of the ones that I taught. And I'm going to stick this on my base. before I start building up too much. I find it easier before you start adding too many off-center dimensions to the front to add it all, so that it's easier for adhering. So apply that. Okay, so now I will use this, and we will see if we can line this up here. There's one. And the other. And I already used that same punch with some gold foil and did those. So all I'm going to do is attach these. And again, I just put a little bit of glue kind of on the end because I want them not to be completely adhered to give it some dimension. Now, I think my glue plugged in the end, so I always keep a little needle handy to puncture the end so that I can get it working again. I don't need very much adhesive. There we go. Now it's working. Just a little bit. And again, all that's going to be hidden. So I'm going to apply one kind of up that way. There's my other one. Just enough to anchor it all down. Stick another one down this way. Okay, and now I'll get some dimensionals here to apply to this. Oh, we'll get that glue out of the way. There we go. We'll adhere this on, and we're just about done here. So again, just kind of centering it so it hides all those ends. And then I'm using this gold satin edged ribbon that's in the catalog. And that's what I'm going to put there. I've already done a bow just to save some time here. Using our glue dots. Apply that down here on the end. And then, if I can see where I put them, I had some, oh, there they are. I'm going to use these in color, the 2022-2024 in color pearls. And I'll use one of these Parakeet Party, put on there. And then I'll just put the inside, which I've already matted a piece of basic white cardstock onto, and my matting is Mossy Meadow. Just making sure I had it on the right way. And there we have it, a quick card using the layering leaves. So I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Paper Crafting with Tracy. Please subscribe to the channel, and happy stamping!